these tips apply whether we're on the real hardwood or the digital.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the last matchup of the season against the Mavericks. And they'll try to tie it at 2 apiece after winning that one.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact,
and let's go straight over.
Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second.
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's George in at the 3 slot. Smith kicks to Doncic. He dishes it to Jordan. Adams, some nice D. Here's Oklahoma City now. Grant the pass to Westbrook. Here's Ferguson. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. The drive by Barnes. A reverse, and it's sent back by George. Grant finds Adams. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Ferguson. No good on the triple. Ferguson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. From 13, Dallas again missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Grant outside. Westbrook against Smith. Adams trying to free himself up. Westbrook can't get it to go.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively. And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Barnes. And Greg, with Barnes, beyond what he does on the floor, he does everything right off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this organization just loves his intangibles and demeanor as a leader. Incredible work ethic that allows him to keep refining his game. Still very young and is growing into the player this team hoped he'd be.
And so he makes both from the line.
You know, you look at Harrison Barnes, and the question when he went to the Mavericks was, can he carry the offense? Many thought he might just be a product of the Warriors system, which he left. Well, he answered all the questions, and it's clear that he can be the focal point of an offense.
Here's Ferguson. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. He's got to help him some other ways.
George against Jordan. George, no good. And for Barnes, he heard the doubters when he left in free agency.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, a lot of people wondered if he could be a primary scoring option after being a complementary piece at Golden State, and he proved that he can be. Whenever he's been doubted, he's always risen to the challenge throughout his career, even going back to college. He can score the ball in a lot of different ways, and I don't think there's any question about him being an elite scorer the rest of his career.
And it's Westbrook, that time on the assist by George. Westbrook's got his first 2 points.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Smith outside. To the middle. Jordan kicks to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. And Matthews gets it to go.
No panic in Wesley Matthews there. I mean, the clock is running down, takes his time, and makes sure he gets a quality shot.
Westbrook passes to Adams. They get a hand on it, and that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Jordan. Mike Powell comes in for Harrison Barnes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Matthews. And then for Oklahoma City, Patterson, he's checked in for Grant. Alex Abrinas comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Patterson, no good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Finney-Smith passes to Smith. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside.
And the call will be against Alex Abrinas. That is his first foul of the game. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Harris, no good. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against New Orleans.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Knocked loose. To the paint. Here's Nowitzki. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Nowitzki's got his first 2 points of the night.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Smith against Schroeder. Now here is Smith. He's tightly guarded. Lock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Harris's shot is off. Oklahoma City trailing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Patterson, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks. It's his first trip to the line. that one is off. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Diallo comes in for Alex Abrinas. And it's Felton in for Dennis Schroeder. And the second free throw, good. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He's off on the first.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
And he sinks the second. And it's Felton with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 2. On the wing, George. Here's Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Far they get in the playoffs. That's the real question.
He doesn't get the second one.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors.
And for that game against the Knicks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Unloads from 13. Misses off the right iron. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Mavericks trail by 6. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Harris, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Harris off the drive. Sweet little floater. Harris has got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, that's just straightforward basketball from Harris. Driving to the hoop with purpose and not letting anyone or anything, for that matter, slow him down.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Kevin Harris is a long-time NBA guy, once a very speedy starting point guard. Now he's mostly a reserve and provides scoring and leadership. And those kind of guys bring great value to the roster.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. A second chance effort, and there's the nice layup by Adams. Adams has got the lead up to 8 now for Oklahoma City. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Mavericks. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Grant, that's good. And the Thunder lead by 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Harris kicks to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Matthews. And the wing jumper offline. for three. Felton, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. Don't blow back.
Now preaching strong defense there, GA.
I mean, basic fundamentals. He doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on that end.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Geil, and it's Abrinas in at small forward.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
And Matthews kicks to Smith. Lets a floater go. And Grant sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Dwight Powell. Barnes comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Matthews. Paul George, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Diallo. Schroeder finds Grant. Back to Schroeder. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Doncic dishes to Smith. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's George. Count that one. George has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder.
I'll tell you what, Paul George has done a good job getting stronger since he's been in the league, and because of that, he doesn't mind seeking out contact. As a matter of fact, his new added strength gives him confidence as he seeks contact.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against him right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Mavericks. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He wants to change it up defensively and get more people packed into the paint. He said they're beating us up down low. We have to put a stop to it. Let's see if they respond, Kevin.
Outside, George. Basket, good. George has got the lead, back up to 10 now for Oklahoma City.
Guys, he has been a major factor, big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
Barnes outside. Shoots over Schroeder. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Adams, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Got to D him up better than that. I mean, when he's got a smaller guy on him inside, that's dinner. Barbecue chicken.
That sounds good. I love that. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And that one misses.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19 already a physical specimen and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr., one of the scariest players to see coming at you down the lane, Clark. He can just wreck the rim.
Oh, big time, Kevin. Not only does he finish hard, he does so violently and with some anger attached to it. The kind of dunks where you're worried if defenders are going to get hurt trying to challenge him. This guy is explosive. No surprise he was in the dunk contest last season, and I don't think that's going to be his first invite.
And so he's able to get one of two. Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought. And he knocks down the first one. And he can't hit the second.
And not doing very well at the line in this half. Percentage has dropped all the way down to below 60.
Here's Barnes. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Barnes is strong and athletic, aggressive on the glass, not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Smith against Westbrook. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. No good on the second, so he hits one of two.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
The Mavericks pull it in. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Barnes with another miss.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Ferguson, the pass to Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. From beyond the arc, Ferguson's shot is good.
Timeout.
Ferguson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 14. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Jordan and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're up by 12. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Westbrook against Smith. Pass to George. Back to Westbrook. Westbrook double team. George up top. Over Doncic, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Matthews scanning the floor. That one's not going to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Oklahoma City.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
Here's Grant, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good.
And, you know, Grant, a second-round pick, has worked hard for his minutes in the NBA. He's an exceptional athlete who plays with a real edge, a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems.